That really means a lot. Thank you. Wow, I am. Yeah, I can put this down, right? No, I don't work out, you know what I mean? I can't hold it that long.
The Golden Globes have been away from TV for over a year now. Last night they made their way back onto the airwaves, and I gotta say, I enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to. I think the Golden Globes, more than maybe any other award ceremony, have been slowly or quickly, depending on who you ask, been going downhill further and further. I really think they had a lot of missteps with what they did for some of the COVID broadcasts, with the kind of dual coast stream with Amy Poehler and Tina Fey. Wasn't really a fan of that. This year, I think they threw out a lot of the garbage, a lot of the bloat to some of these Academy Awards and Golden Globes that we've been seeing. Particularly, I'm thinking back to last year's Oscars with just so much extra stuffing in it that it just feels like this bloated mess. This, to me, I found it so enjoyable, which really, honestly, was a shock to me. It was just people up there celebrating each other and celebrating their craft, shouting out good causes, shouting out each other. You can really feel the chemistry of the people that are all connected in that room and how everybody's connected in that room. Seeing Steven Spielberg, look at people that he's worked with in the past, seeing people that have worked with him talking to him in the past, and many other things like that all throughout the night. I also thought that while Gerard Carmichael didn't really hit it for me with his comedy, I do think that he did a great job of keeping the show on pace, even though it went overtime, which most award shows do. I think that it was refreshing just to see people taking the time that they want to make their acceptance speeches.
To finally see the world after 20 years of acting, you can forget that piano. To finally see the world after 20 years of acting.
Which leads me to what I want this video to do, which is me giving you my top 5 moments of the night from the 80th Golden Globes. So first things first, I did want to just read off a couple honorable mentions for you guys that I really enjoyed or really stood out to me that didn't quite crack my top 5. Some of those would be Austin Butler's speech with his clearly permanent Elvis accent, the very tense Steven Spielberg, Gerard Carmichael, Kanye West joke, which was very, very interesting. The Jenny the Donkey shout out I thought was very, very fun. Excited to see her getting a shout out there from Banshees of Inisherin. Also, Quinta Brunson, her acceptance speech, I think for both categories that she won for, was very moving. You could tell how much she values her team around her and everything. I really loved that. I also love the special moment for the Best Original Song going to RRR and having the gentleman from that movie come up, give that speech. I thought it was very, very interesting and cool. And then my biggest honorable mention, of course, has got to be House of the Dragon winning Best Drama Series. I did not expect that to happen. You can clearly tell that Miguel Sapochnik did not expect that to happen. Overall, though, very happy with that result. Even though, I love almost every other show that was nominated, I really was happy that House of the Dragon got that little bit of spotlight on it. I've already talked about this a little bit here, but my number 5, I'm going to go with just the overall attitude and tone of the show last night. Everybody just seemed like they were there to genuinely have a great time of supporting each other, supporting all of their, their fellows, everyone that they work with, their co-stars, their friends. You see things like, one of my favorite moments was Brad Pitt's smile while he's watching Quinta Brunson. Those are two circles that you don't normally always think of or always see, and it was so fun to see that. See everybody just kind of celebrating each other was really honestly very refreshing with so much of the kind of toxicity and issues that have been going on, not just in Hollywood, but in everything. I thought it was really nice to see that. My number 4 is going to be Jeremy Allen White's acceptance speech. I was so thrilled that he won for his performance in The Bear. Easily one of my favorite performances of the past year, TV-wise. I was excited to see everyone that was nominated in that category, but I do think that he really deserved that win, and I think that he gave one of the most gracious and appreciative speeches of the night, and I just loved his message at the end of just I love acting, as well as everyone else that he shouted out in that room and in the production of The Bear that got him to that moment. Excited to see more from him, excited to see more from The Bear in the years to come, and I hope that this solidifies that that can and will happen.
Welcome back to The Bear. I'm Carmen Berzado, and today we're going to be making beef brajal.
For my number 3, I am going to go with something that's not actually a category win, rather the tribute that was paid to Eddie Murphy, winning the honorary Cecil B. DeMille Award. First of all, I loved Tracy Morgan's intro. I loved Jamie Lee Curtis's follow-up to that, the video montage that they played of his entire career up to this point. Obviously, it's still got more to come. Really made me look back on Eddie Murphy fondly, you know, not in a way that I don't normally. I love Eddie Murphy, but to see him in everything ranging from Donkey and Shrek to Dolomite just a few years ago, which he was fantastic in, as well as, you know, everything in his past. You saw clips from 48 Hours. You saw clips from the original Coming to America 2 even. You know, it was really moving, and Eddie Murphy is just one of those guys who he is surprisingly, given his comedy, he can be soft-spoken, he can be statesmanly. He was showing all of that, and then he just absolutely obliterated me and brought the house down with that final Will Smith joke.
Just do these 3 things. Pay your taxes, mind your business, and keep Will Smith's wife's name mouth!
My number 2 is going to be kind of a cheat. It's going to be kind of a combo moment throughout the show. First off is going to be Jennifer Coolidge announcing her categories when she was a presenter. Then her win for White Lotus, which was absolutely amazing, but then it became very funny and amazing, but then it became very moving and serious very quickly, with her heartfelt just kind of pouring her soul out really to Mike White, and everyone in that room just kind of laying bare some of the things that she's been going through lately in her career before White Lotus really gave her this new opportunity, this new lease on life, but also being very charming in the Jennifer Coolidge way. And then also playing off of that, when White Lotus wound up winning for Best Anthology or Limited Series, Mike White's reaction and talking about Jennifer Coolidge, it was a lot of love for White Lotus, a lot of love between everybody there. And again, it's just one of those things that for me, it was really, really nice to see in this award ceremony. So for me, that's going to be my number 2. And then again, my number 1, again, I gotta go with kind of a cheat because I stuck with top 5. I didn't want to do a top 8 or whatever, and I didn't want to do a full top 10. So my number 1 is going to be the combo of Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture Drama and Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama, which obviously went to 2 stars of my favorite film of the year, which I actually watched yesterday right before the Golden Globes, which was an amazing experience, to be honest, was Ke Huy Quan and Michelle Yeoh winning their categories respectively for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Starting off with Ke's acceptance speech, absolutely deserved the award, first of all. Second of all, his acceptance speech moving to tears, moved me to tears, and everyone in that room talking about how he was down and out, considered himself done in the industry, and then really, again, just like I've been saying, showing the love and support to the Daniels, to their directors, for taking a chance on him. Michelle Yeoh as well, taking a chance on her in their own words. Really was just a moving moment that I thought was amazing and just kind of capped off the night, or capped off those categories in such this heartfelt, warm way. I really just loved it. All right, guys, so there are some of my thoughts and my top 5-ish moments from the Golden Globes last night that I really enjoyed. Again, I think the hosting, his jokes fell a little flat for me at times, but in terms of keeping the rhythm and just keeping the show light and energetic and keeping the kind of vibe just really happy, I think he knocked it out of the park, Gerard Carmichael, that is. And I would like to see him host again. Something. I think he really kept the show on pace for me. I really, really liked it. Maybe just work on the jokes here or there. But other than that, I think it was fantastic. And again, I can't say enough. I really, really liked the structure and the tone and the vibe of the ceremony itself. And watching from home, I felt, like I was in the room with them. And that's all you can ask for. Now, the question is, what did you guys like about this Golden Globes? What do you guys think they should, carry forward? Do you think that this is marking a good comeback for them after taking that year off? And maybe more importantly, what can other shows learn from this? We've seen many issues with the Oscars as of late, with particularly the structure of the ceremony. What can they learn from this? I think they can learn a lot. I think you look at last year with some of these bloated, overdone, overproduced musical numbers that you just don't need. I think if you put a great, funny host, which maybe they have, and Jimmy Kimmel again this year, who's going to be back hosting, if you just put someone dynamic in that position to introduce the presenters, and just have the love of cinema come through the room naturally like it can, I think you'd have a real hit on your hands. That's just my opinion, but let me know, what do you guys think? Go ahead, while you're down there commenting, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. We are so close to 500 subscribers. If you can't tell, I'm making some changes around here with the look and the setup and everything like that. If you have suggestions, let us know. If you think the lighting can be better, let us know. If you think this or that, let us know down below. And more importantly, what kind of videos do you want to see on the channel? We're going to keep going with the trailer reactions, the reviews we've been doing. Obviously, PFN Live is not going anywhere. If anything, we're going to try to make it as bigger and better than ever. Guys, let me know what you thought about the Golden Globes and all that stuff below. I will catch you in the next video.
Always remember who gave me my first opportunity. I am so happy to see Steven Spielberg here tonight. Steven, thank you.